have with us a very special guest today, and he is Mr. Anil Agarwal, the chairman of Vedanta Group. Mr. Agarwal, thanks so much for joining us, and congratulations for being awarded the ET Business Leader of the Year for 2012. Now, first of all, I'd like to ask, what are those qualities in a leader so that people can get the kind of success that you have got?
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm sitting here in a regal room with you from dust of Patna to the journey in 20 years to reach here is a really privilege. And as my journey as a very modest beginning, and started with the cable business and looking at the raw material, and always believe, or when I used to study in Hindi medium in Patna, कि भारत जो है सोने की चिड़िया है. So I always have the eye there, and cable need copper, aluminum, and that's how I start looking copper business, aluminum business. In process, acquire Bharat Aluminum Company, Hindustan Zinc, set up the copper smelter. We have all over the world. The world has developed because of their natural resources. We have done so well in IT. World-class company has been created in IT, in telecom, in pharma, airports, ports, retail. It's the high time where we look at our revenue model, which is a very important, which is a resource sector. Energy security is very important for us. Energy security is oil and gas and the coal. We diverted all the time. We diverted ourselves, because whether you talk North America, whether you take Australia, all has gone on the basis of the basic development is Mother Earth. Yes. From the Mother Earth, whatever we have is for the human development. Right. And with the exploration, not exploitation, is this exploration. You keep making this deposit for our future generation. Right.
Mr. Agarwal, you've always believed in resources. Earlier you were called the metal king because you're present in almost all the metals possible, and now of course you've ventured into oil. Tell us a few things that you did in the 16 months for which you waited for this acquisition and this deal to be struck, which really worked in your favor.
First of all, I'm the servant of a servant. So there is no question of being a
That's
king.
Being very modest.
The credit goes a lot to the government. I'm a too small person, but I understand we need at least 20-30 companies in the resource sector. And if you look at today, only 3 government and Reliance, and we are there. And it's very important for us to get into this sector, because we are lately will be dependent, almost 90% of our dependent on the oil, and we have. So this cane has done a very well. I always thought that this company is we should look at, and I have a direct approach to Sir Bill Gamble, who is a very important man in UK, and I could talk to him, and I've given him a very good price.
Right. And oil and gas is one sector that you had looked for a very long time, and you finally clinched this particular deal. Tell me, how big are you on this particular sector? Because we know that when Vedanta was first made in 2003 December, at that time the China metal story was just beginning to pick up. But in your recent downturn, we have seen that China is not doing that well. Metals across the globe are not doing that well. So now, do you focus on oil and gas as your next big bet for Vedanta Group?
Yeah, oil and gas, but it's very important for us to do the more and more exploration and participate in the new government policy. We have to taper down our import. And we are focusing. It's very important for us to create a market. Many more people should come in this sector. That's how I look at. We need to create tremendous employment for our country and eradicate our poverty. And that's the only way, one of the way, whereby the resource sector will help. It can generate as high as $300 billion revenue for the government year after year. 60% of that money goes to the government. that can be put into the development, because most of the money in the resource sector goes to the government. We have to make sure that there is no leakage in the government.
Right.
If there is no leakage, that's how the government can fund their project and eradicate our poverty.
Right. So you talked about oil and gas sector. Now, of course, we know that a large share in that particular sector is with the government or with some of the old business houses like SR and Reliance. So you see a huge space there, and would you also take forward Cain India into downstream operations?
Not at the moment. We are very focused because Petroleum Ministry is very keen for us to remain focused, to put our hard-earned money in more on the exploration. We have a both asset. We have an asset offshore and onshore. We have a Rawa which has a lot of potential. We'll take it forward. And we have in Rajasthan, we are looking in Africa, we are looking Sri Lanka. These are the area we are looking to put in. And I believe if you look at the first oil was discovered in the world was in Assam. So we are the real, if you look at resource, but we get diverted. You know, there are a lot of vested interest today what is happening in the country, whereby we can always rectify these things if there is some irregularity. We have a large institution in the country, but shutting down the Karnataka, shutting down Goa is not in the favor of country. We have to be very careful. The vested interest India is probably hovering around, and they don't want India to progress.
Conversion as far as metal sector is concerned, that has been something where you have been a master in creating margins. So I wanted to know, in oil and gas sector also, do you think refining is something that you'd like to get into? Because you did mention when you were in Rajasthan and you met the Chief Minister there, that refinery, setting up the refinery is something that you will look at. Is it a long-term plan, Mr. Agarwal?
Yeah, we'll support. The government of India is Rajasthan is anything they do, we will support them.
Near your Cain India's block in Barmer, will you be looking at setting up a refinery?
The government is thinking to set up. I think Oil India is setting up, and will be whatever they want us to be partner. That is not our core strength, but the other company has a strength, and we'll support them.
Does that make sense for you? Because
yeah, it's too small to talk about. We have to, again, I don't know why we defocus. Unless we focus that we should come out of our poverty, and that can only come out when we do our best in agriculture, we do best our resource sector. Refinery is probably 1% or not less than 1% for what we need to develop ourselves. And the refinery, as I said, I'm all positive we'll do it, but my whole focus at this point of time to put big money to find more oil, to make our country has more energy security than anything else.
Right. And let's talk about the huge conglomerate or the big behemoth that you are creating now, Sesa Sterlite. The merger process is on. Though it's in the court, what are the chances of that fructifying by the end of this year?
Yeah, it should be. This is the process which take place under the court convene. They have this shareholder meeting, and it's going on the right, and I believe at the end of the year this should be all right. This will create, because if you look at out of every continent there is a company. We have a BHP out of Australia, we have a Rio Tinto after UK, we have Anglo after South Africa, we have Vale after Brazil. So I thought putting all these resource companies together, run by the people, for the people, creating a job, so to have a company, Sesa Sterlite, which will have a full conglomerate for producing our natural resource. And
what after that? After this end of this year, Sesa Sterlite will be created. Now, it will be one large company that you have created with a diversified interests in resource sector. What after that? Would you be also looking at going back to the market for buyback of shares or any of those things?
We haven't not thought anything. As it comes, it will happen, because company is growing, company will do well, run by the people, again I said. So as and when whatever is required, we'll do it. And
what about the cash which is sitting with Cain India? What are you going to do with that cash? What is the utilization that can be lined up?
We have as you know, this is the first year we generated cash. We might go for some buyback. We need some fund to capital expenditure. That's how we'll be looking.
So you'll go for a buyback, sir?
Can be.
Yeah, that is in the best interest of the company at this point.
Whatever I have, I can say. If you got dip, I don't know.
Another thing that I wanted to ask was shareholders keep asking about the dividends, and this time the dividends that you gave. Is there any other dividend which is lined up? Because a lot of shareholders felt that.
I don't know. We have just given a dividend. You can't ask me again when dividend is giving.
Okay, all right. And talking about judiciary, sir, of course, the Cane India deal has been signed, sealed, and you're now going ahead with the production and ramping up the production as well, as I understand. But there is also one case, a PIL, which has been filed. Is that too much of a botheration for you?
It's always this is a democracy country. Anybody can go. We are very legitimate, so I'm sure.